everyone. Well, yes, I'm old. I remember mixing off analog desks to quarter-inch, to DAT, to a half-inch for the master. Yes, I am that old. Well, today I'm going to be doing one of these videos again. Number 3 this is, in the sort of run-up to the launch of the Recording Studio Masterclass official coaching program. You can see it on the website behind me. More about that on some of the other videos. It's basically a coaching program to take you from where you are to where you want to be, using my nearly 20 years of experience and some very good friends of mine as guest speakers will be coming on and talking about their experiences in the music industry. We'll be having one-to-one sessions, we'll be having group sessions, we'll be having continued support. We've got a community of people who are doing this course, and we'll culminate each 4-week module with an in the studio day. So more info about that in the link in the description. But what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about choice. So I'm harking back in the day when I used to do mixes onto DAT and whatever. There was no automation on the console that I was using. So I would literally print 3 or 4 mixes of different things, and then I'd give them to the band or the client or whatever to listen to. And they would say, hey, yeah, I really like number 3, but I liked the outro of number 1. Is it possible to splice them together? That kind of stuff. Now that's a very different experience to the artist receiving the mix and you saying, that's the mix, because that's why they want to have input, because they've got no choice. They don't want to just be confronted in general. They don't want to be given a mix and they'll say, yes, okay, that's fine. They want some input. They might want to change the reverb or whatever. It's more about the process of saying, hey, I was involved in this, rather than, hey, I don't trust my mix engineer or my record producer, whatever. So that's one of the processes. And you know, we've talked about in yesterday's video about how to handle that, but today I want to talk about mastering. Okay, so I do, not generally here, but I do quite a lot of mastering. I master a lot of my own projects, and I get a lot of work in from other people to master projects, probably because I'm fairly sensitive to dynamics and stuff. That's another conversation. But I will usually, if I feel a client is keen on making something loud, what I'll usually do is I'll find, I'll send two versions of the masters. And it's actually quite simple. You know, I'll just have one that's maybe 3 decibels or something more saturated. The whole thing is just more saturated. And if you're doing in-the-box mastering, or even just with a few bits of hardware, it's not a major process to go through. Now, yes, it does extend the time that you need to put into this, but it's quite a good method for giving them the feeling of choice. Now, most of the time, I'll get a reply saying, I like Russ's master rather than Russ's hot master, which is basically me pushing them towards the correct choice anyway. But yeah, I'll send a version, Russ's master, Russ's hot master, and they'll listen to each folder and they'll say, oh, well, actually, it's not any louder, is it? Because, you know, it's just hotter, a bit more saturated. And they usually prefer the one which I was going for in the first place. But that perception of choice is really important to clients, and it's great to offer that because, you know, this is an experience. It's meant to be fun making records, and they want to be involved right up to the very end process, right to the artwork, right to, you know, which platforms it's delivered on or which shops. So that's my thought for the day. The thing that I do with mastering when I think people might want it a bit louder. If you're interested in the coaching, check out the link in the description. I do lots of other seminars and courses and online content, so make sure you like and subscribe. And I hope this one was useful, and I will see you all next time.